You're watching APTV, live from Skate and Surf. I'm Zach Sewell. I play bass in Pianos Become the Teeth.
I'm David. I play drums in Pianos Become the Teeth.
And I'm Kyle. I sing for Pianos Become the Teeth. Our next record is coming along fairly well. We go into the studio June 2nd, which is really soon, with Will Yip up in Philly, or Conshohocken, which is close enough. We've got most of the record written. We still have to do some revisions and tighten stuff up a little bit, but overall we're pretty good. We're almost
pretty
there.
much done.
Yeah. Well, we're not the kind of band that can go and write a record in the studio, so we're getting as close to being prepared as we can be.
Our writing process,
A lot of standing around.
there's a lot of standing around. We take forever. We've been writing for a little bit over a year now, and we're just finishing up. And we nitpick everything.
Well, usually it's Chad and Mike will come in with a riff, and then we'll kind of play off that, and then kind of work the song around whatever the strongest point of the song is, I think. But yeah, really, there's not really a specific formula for it, but usually it's just kind of we have an idea of a song and then just kind of flesh it out. That's how it goes.
And between Lack Long After and this one, I feel like it's a little bit more straightforward. Every band says that, but it's a little bit more straightforward.
It's a little bit slower.
A little bit slower.
Ballads.
It's a lot of ballads. There's not
I wouldn't
ballads.
say it's a continuation of the Lack Long After, but if you like that record, hopefully you'll like this record for specific reasons. But yeah, we're proud of it. This is where we're at as a band now. So. Yeah.
So yeah, we played a new song on the last Loud Dispute tour, and like our idea was like we wanted to have a song to like kind of like promote the new CD, and like our idea was like, you know, you write a song, and then when you tour the song, like certain things like change here and there. So it's kind of the idea of like touring around it and like just kind of like changing things and ending up with something that we all like tweaked a little bit and that we all really like. So, and I mean, I love the song. Can't wait to record.
Playing two sets is it's fun. It's a lot more difficult for this guy than myself, but we had a long week of practices between two bands, and to come up here and writing with pianos and trying to finish that up and get that nailed down, and then we just basically knocked it out in a couple days, and I'll pass this.
Surprisingly good.
Sounds surprisingly good for just last minute.
Yeah.
I think when people say things and are looking forward to a new record or have expectations, it's always in the back of your mind. But I feel like when we get into the room and start writing, it doesn't come into the back of like mind musically, just because we're gonna do what we want to do either way. But it's always there when you're not together.
There's definitely a certain pressure, if you've been a band long enough, to whatever they put out next going to sound like, how are people going to receive it. But really, it's like, I feel like anyone who says they're not affected by that a little bit is kind of lying to themselves. But it's also like, you're aware of it, but that doesn't mean it affects your creative output. You're going to write whatever you're going to write, and there's influences that affect what it's going to sound like, but it shouldn't be what you think people want it to sound like, if that makes sense. They're like, every band takes influences from every other band. That's just how it happens. Whether your peers or bands you've looked up to forever, every band takes influences from everything. So it's definitely, I don't know, you think about it, but then it's kind of like, in the end, it doesn't really matter. We're going to put out a record that we're proud of,
We're doing Riot Fest in September in Denver and Chicago, and the fest in Florida and Gainesville, which we've done a handful of times. But right now, those are the only touring plans we have nailed down. The rest will come when the record comes out and we figure out where we're going. If there was one band and an album I could see them play in its entirety, it would be Brand New, The Devil and God Are Raging Inside of Me. It's my favorite album. I would love to see that. Or Pantera's Far Beyond Driven.
Well, for me, I saw Jimmy World when they did the Clarity tour, and that was fucking awesome. And I would love to see that again.
I missed that tour.
Oh, you missed that tour?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Maybe Harvey Danger, Where Have All the Merrymakers Gone? That record holds a special place for me. But I don't know, that's a hard question because there's a lot.
Kesha.
Maybe Kesha.
I mean, I would.
Maybe the Gaga.
Maybe the Gaga. I don't know. But I'd have to say Jimmy World. They did that Clarity tour and I missed it, but that record
Pretty much any album
holds
they
a lot of
do
weight
front to
for
back
me.
would be amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, this is Peanuts Come Teeth. Thank you for watching APTV. We're here at Skate and Surf. Killing it. Skate and Durf.
Skate and Durf, killing it.